Hey guys, this is Ritual from Proceed to Checkpoint. It has been quite some time since I've been around at these parts, so apologies for my minor disappearance, I suppose, over the past couple of years. But real life has caught up with me, but it's time to get back to it. So, where to begin, really? We are looking at World of Warcraft, would you believe it or not? But not just any World of Warcraft. I wanted to take it back and I wanted to play some classic. So I'm sure you've all seen around on the internet that there's a fairly major project going on to recreate classic vanilla Warcraft. So I'm going to dive in and give it a go. But first off, I just wanted to cover off a couple of the pros and cons of playing on a private server, I suppose. So really, I guess the first major pro of playing on a private server such as this one in particular is that you will get to experience vanilla Warcraft. A lot of people think about Warcraft as particularly vanilla with kind of rose-tinted glasses, I think. They remember the good times, they remember the community spirit of when they first played Warcraft, and it's kind of like your first love when you think back of a game like Warcraft, because I think for a lot of people it was their first MMO, and it's the same thing when you look back at your first girlfriend that you fell in love with. You do view them through rose-tinted glasses for the longest time, but you got to distinguish between being in love with something and being in love with the thought of something. So hopefully that's what I'm going to explore a little bit in this series. The second pro of playing on a private server such as this is that you don't have to pay a subscription fee. I do cover this off again shortly, but yeah, you don't have to pay. That's kind of a major thing for a lot of people, I think, with the free-to-play, the rise of free-to-play games, and the kind of the drop down in subscription-based games. There are a lot of free-to-play games out there now. Guild Wars 2 is one of the major ones. That's a buy-to-play game. There are more coming out all the time. Blade and Soul's launching very shortly. And then I guess the only two really subscription-based games these days are World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV, I suppose. So not having to pay is good. So on to the cons. The first con, you get to experience vanilla Warcraft. Like I said previously, rose-tinted glasses and all that. Could this actually be a con in the long run? We're going to find out. It's fan run, so it could shut down at any time. These guys who set up this server and are putting all the development time into it are doing it off their own backs. They're not making any money. They're funding it out of their own pockets. If one of them, decides not to fund it anymore, could just disappear one day. I suppose alternatively, as it is fan run, Blizzard could put out a cease and desist to them, and then they just have to shut it down or face the lawyers, I suppose. The final con is that you're not supporting developers. You're not paying that subscription fee. But to be fair, it's Blizzard. What is one more subscriber going to give to Blizzard? Especially on World of Warcraft, which is over 10 years old at this point. Do you really want to be putting money into the pocket to someone who's just going to probably buy another yacht with it? You're not really denying. I'm sure you've paid money to Blizzard long enough playing World of Warcraft that you get away with just trying out Classic on a private server. So, with that being said, let's go on to creating a character, I suppose. Now, a lot has changed since vanilla compared to where we are now. A lot. Primarily, you'll notice that at this point in time, this was when Alliance had paladins and Horde had shamans. So if you're picking a class based on, if you want to be a shaman or you want to be a paladin, you actually have to make the choice between Alliance and Horde based on that at this point in time. I'm probably going to go Horde. Horde was what I originally played back in the day, but I did spend a lot of time on Alliance. I think from my vanilla character was Horde, my Burning Crusade character was Horde, And then after that, I played Alliance almost exclusively through to Cataclysm when I stopped playing. So I think it would be nice to get back to Horde and, you know, get back to it. Get back to my roots. Yeah, we'll go with that. So, in pretty much every game I play, not just Warcraft, pretty much everything, I do play rogues. So, if it's got daggers, I'm in. But, do I want to play something different? That's the question. You will notice that the character models are the older style. They got updated, and no blood elves, so that does make things a little more difficult. I think I'm going to go with a warrior, actually. Bit of sword and board action. And I think it will be undead, so let's check out the undead character options here. Classy blue skin there. I think kind of, yeah, that looks a bit dead. Can't really see her face because it's got this thing on it. She looks pretty moody. But then, you're dead, so probably piss anyone off, wouldn't it? Right. There's a few options. Bit S&M there. I think we'll go with something a bit plain. Switch through these faces. And try out the hairstyles. And through the hair colours, purple, blackish, greenish, reddish purple. I don't even know what colour that is. I think we'll go with this kind of pinkish purple colour here. And always the fun challenge of choosing a name when you're making a character. Bit of head scratcher. I'm fairly sure Ritual would be taken. That would be my go-to. Of course it is. Let's go back to my very first Warcraft character's name, which is Nidar. And it's available. So what we'll do is we will end it there. We've gone through a few pros and cons and we've made our character. In the next episode, we will hop in and see what this is all about now. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, share us with your mum. And if you do have any thoughts on, you know, pros and cons of playing on a private server, feel free to comment down below. I'm sure there are a lot of strong feelings either way on the matter. Check out a couple of our other videos, and I will see you next time.